real peace isn't just the absence of war, but the absence of negativity, all negativity. And it's such a beautiful thing, the power of this unified field. Maharishi's knowledge and the technologies to enliven this are here. They're ready to go. And as you spoke earlier, they're already, being utilized in the United States since last July, I believe. And so things are beginning to happen toward peace, real peace in the world. Maharishi might have had something to do with this, and I find myself doing things I never dreamt I would do. As you know, we started the tours at the University of Michigan, and on the tour was Dr. John Hagelin, one of the greatest quantum physicists and Vedic scientists in the world, Dr. Fred Travis, brain researcher, fantastic human being, and I went on a tour to talk to the people and to see if there was interest in the students at the universities. And every university we spoke at, the room had the most beautiful feeling afterwards. And there was interest, and there was a feeling. And since then, that feeling has just gotten better 2 years ago.
Yes, it was 2 years ago, and my next question really has to do with that change. I was lucky enough to accompany you on some of those tours. I'd like to hear from you how you feel the response has changed from that very first talk to a huge capacity audience at the University of Michigan, to subsequent talks and public presentations even as recently as a few weeks ago at the Lincoln Center, the Kennedy Center, the Kodak Theater. How are things evolved continuously with some of the top personalities of our age, top celebrities of our age, in a very professional manner, and to see the childlike innocence and tremendous respect and bliss radiating from you during that interview was very, very precious. That's looking at it from the outside. But what was it like for you to interview Maharishi and to be able to take this message in these next few days from here to the whole world?
It was a tremendous honor to interview Maharishi, and I could have gone on and on and on. On and on and on. But Maharishi was so beautiful in his answers, and I think from his answers he primarily wanted to speak about peace on earth. And all through the interview, his answers were so sweet. You could feel the peace. You could feel the peace. You could just feel the peace. And I think when people see the interview, so many questions will dissolve. And they'll want what Maharishi has come to give. And Maharishi has come to give two things: enlightenment for the individual and peace for Earth. It's beyond the beyond. It doesn't matter who I've met before. I've never come close to meeting anyone as important to me as Maharishi.
It's very, very beautiful. I've certainly had similar questions, having been involved in politics, and certainly having met many heads of state and presidents, usually under Maharishi's direct inspiration over so many years. People ask, are those meetings daunting at all? Are these personalities bigger than life in any respect? And the answer to that is, there are a dozen people right here on this campus in our movement with far more charisma and power, purity, strength, knowledge than any of the political heads of state I've ever met. And all of those around here, as brilliant as they are really like the moon in comparison to the sun. Completely beautiful, but when the sun is out, who notices the moon? And in that way, Maharishi really just outshines any roomful of the greatest individuals on this earth. And I would like, if I could, to extend our discussion to one more question, an important question that quickly has ascended, very quickly, to the best-selling lists of our country. But what is really the book about? What's the essential message or messages in the book?
Catching the big fish refers to catching the big idea. And it could also mean catching the big fish is the biggest fish is enlightenment. But catching an idea is so important to me. All the films, all the things we make start with an idea. So the book is about how you get these ideas. And transcendental meditation is such a necessity. We have consciousness, and I say a ball of consciousness to start with. Whatever we have, and it will just stay that size if we don't do something to expand it. So Maharishi brings transcendental meditation, a technique, a mental technique that allows anyone, any human being to dive within and experience the ocean of pure consciousness, bliss, more bliss. What happens is the ball of consciousness then starts growing. You experience it, you enliven it, it grows. Bliss grows, the joy of doing grows. Ideas can be caught at a deeper level, more understanding of those ideas. Intuition can grow, such a tool for creativity and working on any kind of a project. This book is
more higher states of consciousness for ourselves, and a great, great blessing to the world around us.
I would like to say Maharishi has been an inspiration, but so have you, Dr. John Hagelin. And I want to thank you for all you've done, so much more than I've done. And as I always tell John, I'm just riding on his coattails. So thank you very much.
That is very sweet. Thank you. Jai Guru Dev. Dr. Swan, it's been a pleasure to be on your show, and really Maharishi's show, the Global Family Chat. And we thank you for the opportunity, and certainly again, we'd like to have an opportunity to come back when David is here, or we have any other news to report. So thank you very much, Dr. Peter Swan.
Thank you, Dr. Hagelin, and thank you, Dr. David Lynch, for this very beautiful, profound, and deeply uplifting interview, more like a global family chat this evening. Maharishi's Global Family Chat is precisely that. It is Maharishi's global family chatting together. And what comes out is always the deepest knowledge applied to every area of life. And I think that Dr. David Lynch's key phrase for me this evening was that what he and singer-songwriter Donovan said to each other before going out to face the daunting crowds at these great, great halls was, let's go out with Maharishi. And this is the feeling in Dr. David Lynch's heart, is always Maharishi is in his heart, and whatever he does, it is with this feeling of Maharishi in his heart to do the very best, to go for the very highest in life, to bring that highest that he has found to everybody. And this is what he's doing so successfully wherever he goes. And this is what is transforming people in Denmark, in Berlin, in Paris, and all over the United States. It's just catching on. People are just responding to it because it comes from his heart. So thank you very much and for being here this evening. And now we have a report from Malaysia.